Hello, everyone. Beautiful souls. It's so great to see you again. And today I am here with my friend Sofia, and so happy to introduce her to you because she and I were having a conversation almost a week ago, I guess, maybe not quite a week ago. And she was sharing this new becoming in herself, this deep experience that she was having. And it really felt like it was validating what's wanting to happen right now. That's how it felt for me, is that there's this invitation now for us to be in this much deeper energy and really coming home to ourselves and discovering who we really are when we start to drop all the old paradigm and allow ourselves to step into this beautiful new high frequency that is here for us all. And it can be challenging to know what to let go of and who we are underneath that. And so I thought Sofia sharing her story would just help to validate that some more again. And she also does light language. So we're going to share some light language at the end as well, just to anchor in what it is that we're bringing up in this discussion. So Sofia, welcome. I'm so happy
Thank
to have
you.
you here.
Thank you, Jane. I'm so happy to be here and hello to everybody.
And if you want to, you can share a little bit about your work and what you offer, and then go into this piece that was wanting to come forward today.
Yeah, so my name is Sofia Lajul, and I offer what I call Empower Love coaching and light language activations and healing. And the story that I was sharing with Jane was this moment where there was a week that I felt like I kept wanting to take action to change the result of what was happening in my life. And there was a moment where suddenly I received the guidance to, instead of trying to find a different action to change the result, just to stay with myself and just stay in that stillness. As as I stayed in that stillness within myself, all of a sudden I arrived to a place where I could feel this returning home to myself. And how it translated was that all of a sudden I could feel these energies coming together, and I felt the energy of the earth coming together, and then I could feel the energy of the air coming together, and then the energy of air, and then the energy of fire, and in the center, just spirit igniting. And through that igniting, it was basically they were birthing me. I was coming into life, and I came to this place of realization that I am, I am that. I am that energy. I am all these pieces of energy that came together to create me. And from that realization, from that understanding, and really deeper emotion, just really feeling it in my body, because I could, I understood that in my head.
Mm,
And then when the experience came through my body, and I felt those energies within me that came together with so much love to create me,
mm,
there's this understanding that we are created in love.
mm,
And as we are created in love, we are the expression of love. And with that understanding, it's easier to connect and trust life and the benevolence of life,
mm.
and to feel safe in your own experience. And that to me was such a beautiful gift.
Yes, it's so
Yeah.
beautiful. And to have that experience, you're very good at putting it into words, because I would think in a way it would be a bit difficult to put into words. But to have
Hmm.
that realization about that nature connection, and
Hmm.
also that we are created in love. And I feel like that's really what we're coming back to as we come back to the true essence of who we are very much connected to the earth and very much a part of nature. And I feel like we've been pulled away from that so much that it's been a part of what allowed us to become lost. And even if we look at how we treat nature now, how disrespectful we are to nature, to me, it's really a reflection of how much we've disrespected and dismissed ourselves. So it just warms my heart to know that you felt that and you had that experience, because I know that this is the invitation. This is where we are now, to come back to that remembering and that knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it felt like this reweaving myself into the web, but truly life itself. Like there was a reweaving and a recalibration of aligning with the energy of life itself.
Mm.
And I for the past year, I keep hearing the words, continue following your heart towards everything that creates life and that gives you life.
Mm.
And I feel like this was that piece, like as you said, like we become so disconnected to the earth that in truth we are the earth.
Right.
And as we return to the web, and as we return and become returning to the alliance with life and earth,
Mm.
we begin to create more life in a conscious way,
Mm.
realizing that the life we create is also the life that we're creating upon earth together.
Right.
um and yeah, I truly believe we're coming to this place of moving in and following the direction of our heart.
Mm-hmm.
And to do that, um there's a weaving into the web.
I like what you said, you know, they were birthing you. And
Mm-hmm.
I've had experiences like that, even I think it was in 2019, where I was even grieving for a while and I didn't know what I was grieving until I was on the other side of it. And I realized that a part of my personality that connected with the world and things was gone. And
Mm-hmm.
so I really feel that when we do what you're saying, that piece of coming back to nature and coming back into this experience, into the web of life where we're all connected, that this process of rebirthing just happens naturally.
Mm-hmm.
But first, we have to be willing to, you know, come back to the fullness of who we are and do what you did, you know, to contemplate why you were wanting to fix or control what was happening in your life experience. And instead, you just said, okay, I'm just going to sit with this and be with it and look at this beautiful unfolding that happened from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it, you know, this is a key that if we want these transformations to happen, they do happen. We can't make them happen. We don't know how to make them happen, but
Mm-hmm.
they happen when we're connected with our true nature in that essence, in that deep way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And as I was hearing you speak, there was a piece where I was connecting through these past few days of that grieving, and I could feel that part of myself that is deeply identified with my identity of, who I am in this world, and all those connections and all those roles. There was this thought within my head for a moment. There's like, oh my God, who I am, like who would I be without this identity that I have? And I started to feel that inner space within me. And yeah, and I feel this inner space is created when, as you said, the opportunity to, instead of working from the action of like I need to get a new result, so I do this. So I change my action into the beingness, into like the openness of like, okay, who I am being right here, right now, and
Mm.
from that place of beingness opening to that inner space within,
Mm-hmm.
and giving the opportunity to those roles and those identities to actually integrate in the beingness, in our true divine essence.
Mm,
And how from that place we begin to make different choices, because we begin to see the world in a different way and
mm.
ourselves in a different way.
Yeah, that's so in alignment with my video that I did earlier today. This
Yeah.
would be a great follow-up to that, because that's very much what I was saying, you know.
Hmm.
And I love that you use the word integrate. So instead of, clearing something from the past, which has been a lot of my work up until now, I would call it clearing.
Yeah.
But integration really is a beautiful word for it, because then we're
Hmm.
not dismissing anything or judging anything. We're just bringing all of it into this expression of who we are.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really I begin to understand, and I feel this is a piece of the sacred feminine that brings that embracing, just really embracing
Mhm.
it all. Because
Mhm.
I too, like, I used to, cut cords and clear, and I understand that when I come from with the energy and from the energy of love, it's a unifying energy. Um, it doesn't create any separation. It's actually integrating the
Right.
energies, and yeah, and I feel like it's important right now to come back to that integration.
That's such beautiful wisdom, Sophie, that love
Yeah.
is a unifying energy. That's a
Hmm.
beautiful quote. Yeah, so
Hmm.
true.
Hmm.
And when you talked about the web of life, like, kind of being reborn into the web of life, are you thinking about like the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the rocks and minerals, all of that when you say that?
Yeah, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it,
Mhm.
including all different levels of our human psyche and consciousness. So, from the crystal, from the plants kingdom, from the animal kingdom, to the actual energy and thought, and everything that forms our life. So, energy itself. Um, and yeah, so I felt like there's a reweaving into that flow,
Mm,
and a flow that it's cohesive. um yeah.
beautiful. And when you say
Mhm.
that love is a unifying energy, then of course that makes sense. And
Mhm.
when we know that we're at this point where we really are creating the new world that we're going to move into, we really are creating this age of Aquarius, and
Yeah.
we're at this pivotal time of evolution of humanity and the earth. It's so beautiful then to imagine what the world will be like when we're living in that unity where everything is embraced, where your
Mhm.
little idiosyncrasies and your your blemishes and your quirky behavior, it's all embraced. So we're just free to
Yeah.
be who we truly are.
Yeah.
Yeah, to imagine a world where we're living that way.
I'm really envisioning these days a world. The other day I saw this photograph of this little girl. She's probably like, I don't know, 3 years old, and she was sitting meditating. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can envision a world where all kids really connect and they know themselves to be energetic beings. They know their divine nature, and they know that their value is never ever in place, like it's never, it's not in place a word, but
Not questioned, or it's not
yes,
need to be
exactly.
proven by any.
And yeah, yeah, and there's this piece I feel as well of the reweaving, that it is our trusting our inner guidance, that every single one of us, and I believe that light language is coming forward because of this, as we're tuning into our own unique expression, to our own unique language, then we're able to translate what are the messages and the information uniquely to us. So then I truly envisioning a world where I know that in my environment there's everything that I need, and as I tune into the planet and with each other and how we can support each other, and not without the need to having to go to a book or to the internet, and knowing that every single energy is in unique and direct connection and relationship with me, and specifically with me.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and I think that's why it's important for us all to really, consciously start to begin this process of getting our wisdom from within, so that we
Mm-hmm.
can move into the space where we really can make that connection and really, again, begin to feel that oneness with the other. I love the way you've brought that forward, because it's a really good point to just connect when we're in the woods, who am I with these woods, and who are these trees with me, and do that with
Yeah,
all life.
yeah.
Yeah. And the light language it's so powerful in bringing through energy that the conscious mind that was created from the past, that's dissolving, can't connect with the light language. And the
Mhm.
light language is just such pure essence, so it can just come in and be received without the filters that are wanting to get in the way and say, oh no, that doesn't fit, or that doesn't make sense to me. It has the freedom to move and be anchored in. So
Mhm.
let's play with some light.
Yeah.
So we were talking that we would bring through the light language with the intent that it meets what we've been talking about today. And to me, love is a unifying energy. Does that sound like a good
Yes,
answer?
yes, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. So Sophie and I
Mhm.
are just going to go back and forth with the light language. So that's the intent now of this light language, is for all of us to easily know, integrate that love is a unifying energy, to
Mhm.
feel that within our hearts,
Mhm.
really let that rest in. And where there's any resistance, then this energy that we're bringing in with the light language can just embrace the resistance and allow
Mhm.
the integration. I love using your words here, Sophie. Okay, I'll let you
Hmm.
begin. Thank you.
Okay. Hmm. No. No. Ay, tang na wa kay ay. Zare anna tay o. Sahanare taya nare o.
Ianai onoikai aniawane hiachai. Iawa te kaya no aniaka che haio. Iana te kaya na mikacha wea ikai. O chaka tikane wa mikache wa takai.
Malesayana amahane sayana sario sario ansayalana Tayana sayai. Saya sayai. Saya saya Sarania tawa kei ala teiane.
Ho te kai ishkana atma I ashkana e watna. Machi te kai a kichna atma e ishkana maktika I atna. Mach ki atlawa ashkana a. Machakwa ishkana I tiktika alawa e ishk. Mach kashkane e atlawa shna. Machikwa ashwa ikana achkana atma taktaka I ashkana I. Ichkaha ishkana matwa e iknama. Tiktaka ashwa e I anai. Muktiktaka atwa e I ala ishkana atwa e ishkanai. Takte tawa ishkana miyashkana atwatna. Machike ishkanai o tiktaka atwatne. Machika wa ishkala atwa e iknai maktaki I ashkani. Ashkani awe I ishkana a. Mishka atwat la ash. Ashkani iatna ashkama watnika. Muktiktaka atwa ish. Miyashkana awa e ishkana tiktaka atwa e ishkana matkawa atna. Akapnawa e ashkana ishkana matwa e. Yakshihiya o ishkana wa e ashkani ashkana ashkana. Ashkani ai ikna maktiktaka. Akichiwaya kaklawa e ishkana. Maktiktawa e a. Ikai ashkana. Maktatawa a. Ikatawa e iashkana. Miyaknawa a. Mektana. Thank you so much, Sophie. Everyone, just letting these beautiful sounds fill up your being. I feel all my cells dancing from this beautiful. Feeling so.
Thank you. So beautiful. Oh my goodness.
So do you want to tell people your website, Sophia, if they want to look it up?
Yeah, my website is www.sophialigel.ca, and Sophia is spelled with an F.
Yeah. And the
yes.
name is actually by your image on this recording, which is great.
Oh, right, yes.
You know where you are. It was so beautiful to dance and play with you and to
same.
hear your wisdom. And I just love that your generation holds all this wisdom. And then now we have these new children that are coming in, like my grandchildren, that are just so pure, and they're being born into a different world, so they won't have the same difficulties we had, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
So
thank
everyone,
you, Jane.
Enjoy this light language. Thank you.
Thank you to all.
Bye-bye. So much love.